Such things I've seen. The sun rising over fields of grapevines, leaf tops glowing, wide-brimmed hats tipping up and down above hunched backs. My mother picking, my father picking, my brothers picking. All of us ever picking the harvest for someone else. Such things I've seen. The army storming the farming camp one day, an underground bunker filled with Japanese. One by one, the soldiers pulled them out from beneath where we slept. They made them walk with their hands up. They seemed so young. They all looked the same to me, dazed. Driving them away, the grapevines trembled. Such things I've seen. My mother sitting at the head of our long wooden table, captivating my 9 brothers with ghost stories. She had sent me to bed, but in bed I did not stay. Hidden and huddled in a ball behind a lonely chair, I watched, I listened. My heart thumped. Such things I've seen. Girls coming to school in Oxford shoes and bobby socks, poodle skirts and ponytails. All the things I wanted to wear. There were boys with dreamy eyes and pompadours, t-shirts and cuffed jeans. They smiled at me. They smiled, but to me were silent. Pompadour boys only spoke to poodle skirt girls. A poodle skirt girl I would never be. Such things I've seen. The pompadour boys coming home from war, some in neatly pressed uniforms, and some in flag-draped caskets. Mothers crying either way. Some pulling their sons close, hugging the air out of them. Some softly pouring themselves over their son's casket, anointing the banner with tears. Such things I've seen. The roller coaster at Pacific Ocean Park, the biggest ride I ever laid my eyes on. It cranked up slowly, but so high you could see miles of ocean stretched in front of you. The air was clean up there, and for a moment, everything was still. Up there you could breathe. Just before you could really drink it all in, the cart zoomed down so impossibly close to the water that the mist from the waves scraped your face. Salty skin and a grin to last for the rest of the day. Such things I've seen. Fats Domino singing Blueberry Hill in a tiny packed nightclub in L.A. Not a white face in sight. Sitting so close to him that it was like he was singing only to me. He sat behind his piano and played away, sweating and smiling and sweating and smiling. I swayed and smiled and swayed and smiled right back at him. Such things I've seen. A handsome man from across the dance hall, tall, slim, and dressed to perfection. His cigarette elegantly perched between 2 fingers. The smoke swirling through the air, circling above his head like a silkened halo. He was the man with whom I would step into the future. A future he filled with wondrous things. Such things I've seen. People rising against injustice, marching through the streets armed with only picket signs and bravery, shouting to the heavens for equality. People marching together for the sake of humanity, marching for decades, uncertain of their destination. Such things I've seen. My family growing, my children having children, and those children fighting to change the world. As I lay here, carefully choosing each breath, alone, but for the machine beside me, I close my eyes and play back all that I've ever seen or felt or tasted or smelled or touched or heard or drank or held, and it is too much. All of it is too much. I've seen so very, very much. So many gifts. Love, pain, triumph, defeat, strength, frailty, loyalty, betrayal, hope, dismay, wealth, poverty, light, and darkness. The thought of how very much I've been given sets my heart to bursting. My breath is short, labored, halting. For a moment, everything is still. Silence. I slowly open my eyes. Once again, I'm at the top of the roller coaster. The ocean goes on for miles and miles before me. I feel the grin spread across my face. The air is clean up here. Not just clean, it's crisp and clear and perfect. This time, I can drink it all in. This time, now, I can breathe.